Hey Rebels. Okay, so it's a lot that's been happening. It's a lot that you've been living through. Spirit wants you to take the initiative back here with the number 1221. And it says, work with what you have and it will get you places. Count your blessings and acknowledge your dear ones. You will find inspirations and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news soon, baby, but then you also have this card that says, and I need you to hear this because all this seems to tie in with, not seem, all this does tie in with each other. Thank you for the correction, Spirit. And it says, make it your mission to accept all parts of you, the good and what you perceive to be your imperfections. Do not look for any outside validation. It's already within you. Once you realize your true beauty and potential, you will never doubt yourself again. Honey, let me tell you. So, Spirit has been giving me this ringing in my domain, in my brain. And Spirit, the message that Spirit wants you to know is get back on the saddle while they go back to their shadows. Hear that? Get back on the saddle while they go back into their shadow. Now, there was a movie there is a movie called Death Becomes Her. Now, follow me. Death Becomes Her is this movie about these two actresses. They were both rather obsessed with this guy, right? Bruce Willis. And he just seemed like an everyday person. The spirit said that you're that everyday person. So follow me. You're that everyday person. You're Bruce Willis. Now, what was their name? Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn. Those were the two actresses. And they both realized that they were getting old, that their youth was deteriorating. So both of them found at different points in time this specialist, let's call her, who had this potion to bring their body back to youth. I'm telling you, so flexible that their heads were turning like owls. And they had, listen, ultimately, they were going back and forth, arguing with each other, battling with each other for attention, for their presentation of Bruce Willis, because both of them were attracted for their own reasons. And Bruce Willis realized how crazy they both were, but Bruce Willis also realized that they could not die. Now, at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, Bruce Willis wound up passing, and these two women ultimately had eternal life, and they wind up befriending each other. Even though they still could not stand each other, they wind up befriending each other because who else had eternal life? They knew of no one else who took the potion. Okay. And the person who gave them the potion was not, I don't know, whether they were dealing with them or whatever the case may be, but obviously the person who gave them the potion was not going to befriend them. But Spirit wants you to know that you are Bruce Willis. And these other two characters, being Goldie Hawn and the Meryl Streep type characters, they are the karmics in your life multiplied. So there's not just two of them. There's been many versions of them, right? And these two karmics are in constant competition. Oh, seriously, correction. These multiple karmics are in constant competition with each other for the sake of vanity, for the sake of ego trips, for the sake of all so many things that not until you have entered this rebirth of yourself, not until you have moved along and said, fuck this shit. Because if there was a point in time in the movie, Bruce Willis lost his mind. He was like, he does not want to deal with them, their upkeep, or whatever it was about them that never seemed to be satisfied. Bruce Willis was so humanized within that movie. And Spirit said, ultimately, that's you. So Spirit wants you to understand that the last time that you actually considered and identified yourself as being in a twin flame journey, you are the twin flame who made it out with high honors, with high markings. And twin Spirit wants you to focus on you and your stability. Continue to focus on you and your stability. Realize as well that the energies that you are feeling, that you are seeing and experiencing as projections from those who are no longer in shared environments with you, and those who are no longer in shared environments with you being these karmics, trust the energy that you are feeling, because you are definitely coming to mind within their damn near every situation and scenario. They are comparing their time with you to their current experiences with others, and they are not satisfied with what they're witnessing. Spirit said, if these or this or these karmics do decide to present themselves to you, pay attention to how they go through the back and forth energy of their highs and their lows while they're conversing with you and while they're in the presence of you. Because what they're trying to do is apply their one size fits all tactics onto you, and they're realizing one size does not fit all. So they are, I don't want to use that word, okay? Projection. They are, in a sense, having a manic episode and also a bipolar experience of themselves, not realizing that they are, but then again, they feel the frustration of the experience that they are, that they are uncompromising in. So Spirit said, pay attention to their highs and their lows, and how they are trying to apply those one size fit all mechanisms onto you, because they're trying to figure out ultimately what is it that they need to do. Do you need them to go a little bit higher? Do you need them to go a little bit lower? And yes, it is all in regards to them trying to manipulate their way into acceptance of your, I heard your velocity, however that resonates for you. All right, so let's focus. Let's focus on you. Spirit said, let's focus on you, because those people, that person, they are, so lustfully willing to make themselves be perceived however they need to be perceived by you, to be accepted by your peace and be in coexistence with you. Spirit say, you already know what this is about. They would cause ultimate destruction. So here with thoughts and Ten of Cups, baby, Spirit wants you to continue to focus on your household and the peace of your sanctuary, the harmony and the security of it all. Whatever it is that you have been working on, even, I don't care if it's even a 9 to 5, you have been budgeting yourself so well. You have been calling yourself out in the arenas where you have not been budgeting so well. And Spirit said they realize that you are still projection, whatever, fuck it, we're protected. Anyway, Spirit said that they realize even in the spaces in your life where you have not been budgeting your time, your energy, and your profit very well, you have been having those internal conversations with yourself of, I don't want to live this way. This is not what I prefer. I understand that it may take time, and some things does not take time, and you can go completely cold turkey. Spirit said, continue to do that and have faith in yourself that you are going to make it to the destination of seeing yourself without those things that are interfering on you and that are causing you to be in the state of mind of what you are perceiving to be a struggle. Spirit said this is not a struggle point that you're at. You're doing things and thinking things about, going about them just the way that you are supposed to. No one woke up overnight. Okay, no one woke up overnight and all of a sudden things were just changed. Everything has a process. Even when people were giving gifts, just as you were giving gifts, no one knew how to off that work that gift without having some sense of instruction, whether those instructions were warnings before receiving the gifts, understanding before receiving the gifts, or you actually read the guidebook, or you had to produce that motherfucker yourself. Okay, and Spirit said that's exactly what you're doing with yourself. You are producing a new guidebook for yourself. Spirit said it's so much bigger than a book, honey. It's an energy. It's an energy. So continue to focus on you. Continue to focus on how it is that just like these buckets here, each one of these buckets are nurturing each other. So they said you are connecting all your dots. Everything may not be perfected, but it's getting there. It's getting there. And then once you get to the point of perfection, you're going to see where the other imperfections are in the life experience that you are desiring to have, that you have been putting in a momentum and an energy and the faith and being able to have. And Spirit said they appreciate your vulnerability so much. Now, Spirit said we are going to get back to these people. Because there is energy on this table that needs to be understood. Now, I'm sure somebody like Harpo, who is this man? Spirit said you need to understand, honey. That's you. That's you. Judgment has been called upon you. Just based off the ways that you have been moving with yourself, even if you do not set the intentions by saying, I'm calling judgment on myself. Spirit said, based off of the steps that you've been saying, there has been actions that the universe has been realizing about you that you have yet to put words to. Okay, hear that. There has been actions about you in ways that you have been moving, realizing that you have yet to realize how much your actions are speaking to the universe so much louder, loudly louder than your words. And so Spirit has realized that you have called judgment on yourself and your finances and your stability and anything that is considered as your abundance. You've called judgment on. All right, because remember, money, energy, time, all this, everything ties into each other. Spirit said they also want you to stop paying attention to the dollar and pay more attention to the number. All right, so because said the dollar does not have as much value as it used to. Start manifesting over the number, not the dollar. So if you're saying, I want more money, Spirit said it's the pressure, the influence of that does not have as much authority as it once had. You need to catch up with the times because as the world turns, it's a drama effect. Right? But I would like to bring attention over here, right? Because I want to say this, I know I'm not going to forget it, but I really wanted to bring attention to that. When I first saw this poverty card, and I realized that Rich Girl came out with it, I looked at the sign and it said, please stop. So the community of the karmics, the death becomes her, those who are internally having ego trip, volunteered issues. Spirit is saying, those who are constantly having ego trips of volunteered issues, baby, wants you to stop. They just want you to stop working on you. Whatever it is that you are doing behind the scenes, that they are trying their damnness to affect, that they feel like you should just be affected by. Because remember that one size fits all. They feel they live their life so long in this energy of all I gotta do is that and watch how I'm gonna get this motherfucker to react. And they've been pulling these antics with you, and it has not been working. These karmics really just want you to stop loving yourself. You're loving yourself. Confirmation. They want you to stop loving yourself. They want you to stop knowing yourself. They want you to seek their validation, their gratification, and their influences. Spirit said, fuck no. Keep doing what you've been doing. Even though it seems that not many people support you, even though longtime friends that you've had for a long time, you're rather looking at them sideways. And Spirit said you even looking at their energy from a distance because you don't want to be close enough that you even looking at them sideways. These karmic relationships want you to abandon yourself and go back to the way that things used to be because you are ultimately making them very uncomfortable. I'm hearing ultimately a lot within this one read. Spirit said, keep on going. If there is any question that you have that creates doubt, talk to Spirit. Don't talk to anybody else about it because by talking to others about it, and Spirit say, these others we're talking about. We're not saying any and everybody. No, Spirit say, these others that we're talking about. By talking to those others about it, they are getting a whiff. I'm seeing and I'm hearing a bloodhound. They are getting a whiff of your trail, and they are sniffing you out and trying to decompartmentalize your mental and your health and your affection overall of yourself to be able to stop you and also make you compartmentalize them. Mm. They want you to categorize them as the end all be all and oh, the one that's already rised at the top. They want you to feel that feeling of defeat, baby. So yeah, so the karmics, they really want you to stop. I saw that sign. I looked at, I like took a triple take and no, wait, that says please help. No, they want the rich girl, rich guy to please stop. Just stop. And Spirit said that's not going to happen. Spirit gave us confirmation here with the death card. Said no, keep on going. Don't stop for their ass at all. They said continue to rebuild. Continue to have your place, have yourself in this place of rehabilitation. Because you, okay. So this, to define what they mean by this place of rehabilitation, what spirit, the vision that that Spirit wants you to have of your pyramid and of your stance is that your dream is right at the top of the pyramid. That dream, that goal, that inspiration that you have had all your life, that you have suppressed, that others have permitted and assisted you in suppressing, by bringing your dream from the top of that pyramid all the way down to where the common folk is, from to where the common energy is. Spirit said, keep on going up. Keep on going. They said, refocus yourself. That space of rehabilitation, of bringing that dream, that energy into fruition, into constant, consistent manifestation. That everything and anything that you do at any point in time, you know is going to have some type of effect, good, bad, and otherwise, on this dream, this goal, this manifestation. Continue to live with it as if that is your companionship, because Spirit said that is your companionship. You are just in this energy and space of, is it really happening? Is this really meant for me? Spirit said, this is your companion. All right? It is your companion. So you are still in a space of doubt and questioning. So Spirit said, this is your companion. That energy, that goal, that dream, that ultimate force is your companionship. All right. So here with, baby, the community that had it with you. The community, they are not done with you in the sense of they want to be done with you. They feel that they need to take you down and they said misdirect your focus. I was going to say redirect. Spirit said misdirect your focus and your intellect and your ambition and your authority over yourself. Okay, but Spirit said, no, you have things in such a balance that even, let me bring this in, honey, even with the sand, leaving those bags, honey, honey, Spirit, honey, Spirit, oh my goodness, there's honey, Spirit said, not you being a honey, but honey, Spirit. Okay, so the spirit of honey, baby. Honey, Spirit said, look, they will continue to replenish you. The honey, Spirit said it will continue to replenish you. Honey, I know I say honey a lot. Didn't know that there was a honey spirit, but I'm going to have to. Okay? Spirit said they are going to continue to replenish you. They need you to understand, no matter how uncomfortable things seem to be here with this 9 of cups, this 9 of buckets. Spirit wants you to understand you are completely in an uncomfortable zone, because it is comfortable for you there. Okay? You are in an uncomfortable zone of working on yourself, not knowing what is coming forth, not knowing what all of this is about, but it is a comfort zone of you because of your ambition and a motivation and a drive that you have. So even though that sounded backwards of, oh my goodness, so I'm not where I'm supposed to be. No, Spirit said you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You are doing exactly what more beyond what they have even permitted you to do due to your doubt. They want you to, baby, the Spirit wants you to understand, though they have permitted you with acceptance, you are going above, beyond, and they're allowing that too. So what Spirit is saying, the more you push, the more space they're going to give you. They're still there, but the more space they are going to give you to see those things happen for you to be able to bring organization to those spaces. They said the further you push, the more they're going to permit for you. And this is good. This is good. So the Spirit said that if anything in you is cringing with doubt, honey, understand we live in a world of duality. So they're still working on your nervous system and your energy confirmation. The Spirit is still working on your insight and your intellect to even realize that, like for instance, when you used to hear the word vulnerability, you used to think of it as a bad thing. Now you hear the word vulnerability, and now you realize that being vulnerable is a good thing. Spirit said the same thing throughout this message. Those things that you're feeling that, oh wait, that sound bad. No, Spirit said it's good. So the Spirit is rewiring your programming. And here with this Page of Wands, baby, they say you early in the game. You early in the game. Yes, many can look at that Page of Wands and say, yes, that's a very youthful energy, which means that I'm young, and which means that, I just started. No, they say you are early to the game. There are things about you that you have been readjusting, reorganizing, tossing out, pulling back, keeping away. Just you've been done. You are working like you got 12 teen arms. 12 teen arms. Like, okay, so that's you early to the game. The 12 isn't even necessarily a teen number. It's not a teen number, though it has that same demographic of the one in front of it, just like the teen numbers that come after. Spirit say you are that early in the game that you are at 12, that you get 12 teen. Hit this, baby. Listen, if you, the Spirit say, continue to get creative in your space. Continue to get creative in your space. Continue to keep all those who will try to mirage you into this dwelling space of, you sure that makes sense? You sure that's okay? You sure that's how that's supposed to work? They said, don't let them. Don't let them. Fuck them all. Let them fuck themselves. Anyway, so, babe, let me, babe, keep on going. Spirit want me to reiterate for you. Keep on going. Even after this message, you're like, okay, well, I don't even remember what Miss Scareva said. Spirit said the fact is, the important fact to understand is that you keep on living your life for you. And with the understanding of where it is that you are going. And at the poignant times that is needed for you to remember any part of this message, it's going to happen as you're doing. So there's no need for this to even make sense for you now. If it does not make sense for you now, and if it does make sense for you now, baby, go ahead with yourself. And then Spirit said, bring it back over here, honey. You are in high honor. You are in high honor. So you got new stripes, you got new styles, you even got new spots that you didn't even know that you can grow spots in those patches that you thought that was absent. Okay, Spirit said, keep on rejuvenating yourself in the confidence and the esteem, because your confidence and your esteem does not stop at this level. It is going to flourish. It is going to grow even more. Spirit wants you, baby. They said trust in your own leadership, trust in your learning, trust in the spaces that you are finding yourself, confirmation that you are finding yourself curious about. And the Spirit said, look beyond those veils, that those of your past times and your past life and your past experiences of yourself told you, nah, stay away from that. The fire too hot. Nah, because I remember such and such when they did that, or when I did that. Spirit said, look beyond those veils. Keep on moving and keep on living your life. All right? And you're going to realize how much they were scared, and how much even you witnessed them have a certain level of esteem and confidence, that their level and esteem and confidence was not in regards to the things that they were doing. It was not in regards to the 9 to 5s that they had. It was not in regards to the people who they were even connected to. It was just their confidence and their esteem showed in those moments, because they were able to create and manipulate doubt into you. All right, baby. That was a powerful message. I love it. I love it. So even if you were to look back at those people then who you admired, who you trust, who you took their word, you're going to realize the reason why they were confident, the reason why they had so much self-esteem was because of you and their capability of creating your willingness to doubt yourself. They kept you in a stuck place and you removed yourself from there. So Spirit is saying again, go back to your Ten of Cups. What is your Ten of Cups? That emotional space that just makes you feel so good and so complete with yourself. Where is your happiness? Where's your peace? And that end result that you thought that you had, nah, Spirit said they're going to give you more. They're going to give you more because they're going to take what you have, what you create, what you paid attention to, and what you create, and they're going to multiply that. Now, baby, honey, 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 honey. Once again, Spirit is saying, as far as this thief and the manipulation, trust yourself. You do not need the outside validation of somebody reassuring you or assuring you or giving you their input on what you remembered about them and what you realize now that then was. What you know now about what that experience of them then was, or that experience of you then was. You do not need someone to reiterate in order for you to believe in yourself. You do not need someone to validate in order for you to believe what you already know of yourself and everything that you have. Spirit is saying everything that you have processed within your own understanding because of your being able to look at the experience. And Spirit also wants you to understand that if you go back in time down memory lane and emotional roller coasters with others, you have to realize that the lanes that you both were in, though you were having, you were both placed within the same shared space of an experience. There were so many merges off of that lane that and routes that of understanding and acceptance that those other people decided to put into the archives of their memory bank of how they lived through it and what you did and what you said and how it seemed that you feel. Just as there was different merges on your end of the lane, right? Baby, listen. So Spirit wants you to continue to trust in yourself, your intuition, your faith, your belief, your understanding. It's not just your belief, but your understanding of your know-how and your know-wins. Okay? Spirit is also saying your no to the wins. So there were things that were placed in front of you that others felt would have been an easy win for you if you would have just took. And I'm just going to use this as an example. I'm not trying to take anybody off their past, but I'm just their past. I'm just going to use this as an example. So if, let's say you had a friend, family, foes, bros and hoes who told you, just go to school. Just go to school. And that will be an easy win for you. Use whatever that go back to school situation was for you that others perceive to be an easy win for your circumstances and your securities. You said no to it. And Spirit said appreciate that version of yourself that said no to that easy win because you were actually birthed here in experience for something bigger than the limitations that win could have provided you for. Spirit really wants you to get and understand that message, baby, because I heard the way that was just broken down. Okay? It was just broken down. So there were easy wins that you said no to that made space for this version of you and these versions of you, because Spirit said they're not done with you yet. They love you so much. They love L-O-V-E. They L-O-U-V. They love you so much, honey. They appreciate you so much because it gives Spirit. It gives Spirit. Oh, baby. How can I word this, Spirit? The way that you have shown up in your faith, in your belief, in your understanding, in your gratitude has made the existence of Spirit so much more real. And that's why they love you. That's why they appreciate you. That's why there is so much acceptance when it comes to you and even the times that you fall. Can you hear that? Can you understand that? The abundance that you have given back to Spirit due to you accepting the guidance, due to you making more space for them to give you allowance and permission and the permitted and the support. Baby, y'all, the Spirit got me ready to tear up. Okay, baby. Okay, all right. So yeah, Harpo, who is that man? That's not even a man, honey. That's energy. Spirit wants you to continue to move forward. Why are we pulling over here, honey? Yes, yes, honey. Okay, I'm about to show you. So you got divine masculine, actual money, and judgment. I'm ready to brawl out crying right now, y'all. Boundaries. Spirit wants you to continue confirmation. Continue to make those boundaries. Those boundaries, when they seem hard, it's that people pleasing part of you that is not trying to make itself back in. It's that people pleasing part of you that is realizing how long it has been defeated and never surrendered. And now that people pleasing part of you has surrendered to you and your mission, even in blind faith and ununderstood intuition. Spirit would like for me to share with you that oftentimes when you feel that it is tough for you to put a boundary up, it's because that people pleasing part of you is trying not to be attacked by other people's disappointment. Spirit said their disappointment is not your problem. So continue to focus on you. You got me. Oh, that slow, dramatic tear, even though it's real. Spirit is saying that that's their issue. That's their problem. You had to work through so much of your life, even when it was a necessity you felt of your survival, that someone had to be there, that you needed someone to be there. You faced those points of disappointment of no one showing up for you. And it's not that you are resisting showing up for others to make them feel what you felt. No, this is your right. Because you refuse to fuck up your circumstances. Because once you open up those floodgates of showing others what you have, what you worked so hard to build, to maintain of yourself, they will keep on coming back to those floodgates of those dams until you are more deserted than a desert, until you feel that you are no longer on the map. And the best thing that you've ever known for anybody to say to you in those moments are, did nobody tell you that you had to do that? And Spirit say, you're not going back to that. You're not going back to that. So let's go ahead and just go ahead and randomly pull some cards. No, we're not going to randomly pull some cards. Spirit said, let's go ahead and pull you out over here. Come here. All right. Okay, so I'll be right back. Baby, I'm ready to slap the table on y'all. Anyway, okay, so at the bottom of the deck, you have 10 of Swords. Spirit said you are putting these garments to rest. You are having mental funerals for those who are still here, alive and existing. They are no longer welcome in your space go right here, with the familiar energies of what you have experienced, of your depression, of your heartbreak, of your lack, of the betrayals, of your loneliness. You don't even define loneliness the way that you used to define loneliness, okay? Even with this twin flame experience that you had here, honey, that last one that you had, Spirit said you learned so much. That last twin flame, even though we over here, we not really tapping into the twin flame stuff like that unless it's necessary, because there was a point in time where you did have a strong belief on a twin flame. It was a time even when you misunderstood exactly what that twin flame experience was about. But Spirit said due to that in itself, and that last and final ass twin flame experience that you had, that opened you up, and that person, ooh, that person's, it opened you up to such an experience and expanded your mind to understand and see the reflections of your life experiences, ooh, through them and with others who have already been in your life confirmation. That last twin flame experience really opened up your world to being able to see things exactly for what they are and what they were not. Confirmation. That last twin flame, honey, I feel like we at church. That last twin flame experience really opened you up to see how they, ooh, I heard adjacent, how they were in relations to others who you have experienced. So even though you went through this with this one particular person, it helped you see like, oh, okay, so I didn't just go through that with them. I went through that with them. I went through that with that person. Oh, that's what they was doing. Like, honey, it opened up your, expanded your world so much. And I'm looking at all the cards while we're reading this, because here with the Six of Pentacles and that that battle that's going on right now, Rebel Spirit say you're not doing this shit no more. And that's the energy that you're in, that you're just literally, legitimately not doing. Like, you are cutting people off so quick with your energy. Like, no, nah, you're not coming over here to fuck with me. Like, you don't care if somebody see you as a bitch. You don't care if somebody see you as like you got resting bitch face, or that you don't give them a chance. No, the spirit said, because you recognize the energy of your familiars and where those things have left you so well. Yeah, you appreciate the experience, but you do not appreciate the experience and the circumstances that you are willing to go back and try to perfect something that was already fucked up and broken before you even got there, because knowing that other people have their agendas, you said, let me stop worrying about other people's agenda and focus on my agenda. And if they can't get with your program, you say, okay, you let them go with love, peace, and harmony, all that other shit, and say, fuck them. Like, literally, you be in harmony when you say fuck them. Spirit said that honey, you can, with your eyes closed, with your third eye even blinded, just just how this energy just radiates off you onto you. You already have your mind made up. Okay, you understand that you have choices of whether you want to go back or whether you want to fuck around and find out nope, and some shit you might actually decide to play with just a little bit, just to see, if it's been upgraded a little bit. And he's like, okay, nah, this is a waste of my time. Let me let it go. And the way that you cut yourself so cleanly off, I'm hearing you seem to always get away. You seem to always remove yourself so clean, so cut cleanly. Okay, like, honey, the boldness that you are fucking moving in, like, you don't care what the fire, the hell, and the fire and the fury. You don't give a fuck. You give a fuck. You give a damn, but just not to all that karmic shit that you once upon a time went to. Once again, Spirit said, you keep your ass on the saddle. Oop, the message in the chat. You keep your ass on the saddle. Keep on going forward. Okay, because your wild steed, your Pegasus, got you. All right, and you know that if that's the only thing that you can trust, you trust that that Pegasus direction. Okay, because Spirit provided for you. But as far as in its Spirit said, let these motherfuckers go back to their shadows. Now, so you got the swords, the wands, and the page of pentacles. So those Spirit wants you to understand, like, you're beginners, you solid, you good. The only one that's missing here is the Page of Cups, because you are so motivated in understanding of what your dream is and trusting the expansion that Spirit is bringing to double up, to triple up, to quadruple up yo yo your manifestations, that even when surprises happen, you're surprised, but you're not really surprised, because you know who you walk with. And oh, baby, and here with the Four of Cups, seriously, you done poured out a lot of shit. You done relieve so much more pressure from yourself than what you realize. Spirit going back. Okay, that's cloud of spirit. Spirit is going back to say, hey, what else do we need to help them with? What else can we help them with? Not need to, because your need tos have already been supported and already been given support of and directed. Okay, it's already been straightened out. But spirit wants to go. Spirit is that's cloud of spirit. It's going back to what else can they help you with? What else can they assist you with? Or are they just gonna be gifting you on gifting you on gifting you? Now, crazy how this one came out with the boundaries, baby. Spirit say, you know they watching you. You know they paying attention to. This is not even your sense of paranoia. Now, Spirit said, now they may not be actually peeking through windows and watching you online. No, this is just them realizing every time your energy has a change and takes a turn, they're curious of who the fuck and what the fuck done happened with you. Okay, so the spirit say, you know that they're gonna be watching, you know that they're gonna be comparing themselves, and yes, you are motivation for certain people to try to get what you got, but they're not necessarily trying to get what you got to do better. They're trying to get what you got as far as your energy, and so they can try to compete with you where they can't compare, baby. Listen, and as far as that, please help me. The spirit said, nope. Nope, nope, nope. So it says, surrender to the divine, baby. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Right? And ooh, the golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them, baby. Baby. So wherever you feel that you're having any struggles at, just surrender to the divine. The divine said, it's your doubt. It's your doubt. Your doubt. Any place that you feel that you have doubt. And it says, expect a miracle, baby. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Rebels, I'm about to get y'all up out of here. But, ooh, okay, so we're using both hands. And it says, ooh, beyond a doubt. The answer is yes. Proceed. Don't hold back. The time is now. If you are making the decision, the answer is yes. Go for it. This is a time of positivity, success, and progress. Okay, 41. Okay, no matter how much you are being tested or pushed right now, stand your ground and push back. Believe in your own integrity and self-worth so much that no one can get in your way. Have the confidence to move forward. You can and will do this, baby. Rebels, I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Okay, but I want you to go live your life and make it do what it needs to for you, baby. And it says new beginnings. Look out for an opportunity that might be a game changer. You are completing something major. It feels good. Ooh, it feels good to level up, huh? Close close the old chapter. A new adventure will be unveiled. Ooh, Rebels, I love you. I adore you so much, and I will continue to pull cards. But Spirit telling me I gotta let you go. I gotta let you go. Let's say power up with powerful man. Did we say that divine masculine energy was you? Yeah. So get to it, okay? And you better know it. Rebels, love you and adore you. Love you and adore you. Spirit said they got you. They got you. Because you got them. Go live your life. Go make it do what it needs to do for you, babe.